Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Gerry Turner's new look on Golden Bachelorette shocks viewers. Gerry Turner made a surprise appearance on the Golden Bachelorette to give Joan advice, but viewers were too distracted by his new look to listen to what he had to say. What happened to him? Keep reading for all the details. Gerry Turner offers advice to Joan Vassos. Gerry Turner has already been on the journey that Joan Vassos just started. He returned to the Bachelor mansion during a recent episode of the Golden Bachelorette to give his former contestant some advice. Joan Vassos left the Golden Bachelor after a frantic call from her family regarding her daughter. She left the show to deal with the family matter, but was later named the first ever Golden Bachelorette. Whether Gerry is the right person to shell out words of wisdom is a question many viewers ask themselves. After all, his marriage to Theresa Nist only lasted 3 months. But he did offer a new perspective to Joan Vassos about the dating show. Let the story unfold with each and every person. Date them like they're the only person there, the former Golden Bachelor star told her. Gerry Turner's new look on Golden Bachelorette shocks. Gerry's showing up at the mansion got a mixed reaction from viewers. Based on Twitter activity, some were glad to see the alum return again. However, many weren't pleased that he would return to the scene of his love crime. There was even speculation that he hoped to join Joan's season, until she shut him down by saying she believes she will find love with one of her suitors already on the show. Gerry Turner looked a little different from what viewers are used to. He had the same charming personality, but his face looked different. It was much tanner than usual, and the lighting didn't help the situation. Viewers react. Several viewers took to Twitter to share their reaction to Gerry Turner's shocking physical appearance. Check out some of the tweets. The dazzling lights of the ballroom gleamed as usual on the latest episode of the Golden Bachelorette. But tonight, something was different, very different. As the camera panned to Gerry Turner, the charming and silver-haired gentleman who had quickly become the heartthrob of women across the nation, the viewers gasped. There was a ripple of excitement, confusion, and chatter among the audience, both in the studio and online, as Gerry made his entrance with a bold new look that no one could have seen coming. Gone was the well-groomed, debonair gentleman with his salt and pepper hair that had made him a fan favorite. Instead, Gerry walked into the spotlight with a shockingly different appearance that turned heads, raised eyebrows, and sparked a frenzy on social media. His iconic hair, once the epitome of refined aging, had been cut drastically short, styled into a sharp buzz cut. But that wasn't the only surprise. Gerry's clean-shaven face had now donned a striking, well-trimmed beard, a transformation that gave him an entirely different air of rugged sophistication. For a man who had captured hearts with his grandfatherly charm, the new Gerry Turner was nothing short of a revelation. He wasn't just a sweet romantic anymore, he was suddenly exuding an edge that no one had expected. As he strolled into the room, there was a distinct swagger in his step, a self-assuredness that hadn't been there before. His usual warm smile was still present, but there was a mischievous glint in his eyes, as if he knew exactly the kind of reaction he was about to provoke. And provoke he did. The women, many of whom had fallen head over heels for Gerry's gentlemanly charm, couldn't hide their shock. Several jaws dropped, and whispers filled the air. "Is that really Gerry?" One contestant murmured to another. "He looks different," another added, her voice a mixture of awe and disbelief. But Gerry, ever the gentleman, walked over to the group with a relaxed confidence. His outfit, a tailored dark suit with a crisp white shirt, only accentuated his new look. It was sleek, modern, and far removed from the traditional attire he had sported in previous episodes. If anyone was expecting Gerry to address the elephant in the room immediately, they were wrong. He simply smiled, greeting each contestant with his usual grace and charm, but with an undeniable sense of mystery swirling around him. As the evening unfolded, the whispers only grew louder, both among the women vying for his heart and the audience watching at home. Twitter was ablaze with comments, memes, and opinions, some supportive, others completely floored by the change. One tweet read, "Gerry Turner with a buzz cut and a beard. I didn't think I could love him more, but here we are." Another viewer wasn't as sure. "I'm confused. Gerry's new look is cool, but I kinda miss the old version. What do y'all think?" Instagram, too, was flooded with posts dissecting the transformation. Fans posted side-by-side comparisons of old Gerry and new Gerry, debating which look suited him best. It was as if the entire nation had tuned in to watch not just a reality dating show, but a character evolution that had taken everyone by surprise. Inside the mansion, the reactions were no less intense. Leslie, one of the frontrunners who had shared many meaningful moments with Gerry, couldn't stop staring. "You look, wow," she finally managed, her voice laced with surprise. "I mean, you always look great, but this is different." She reached out to touch his newly cropped hair, her fingers grazing his scalp gently. What inspired the change? Gerry, ever playful, gave her a teasing smile. "I figured it was time to shake things up," he said with a wink. "I wanted to show a different side of myself. I'm not just the guy who plays it safe. I can be adventurous too." The answer left Leslie intrigued and perhaps even a little nervous. She wasn't alone. Some of the other contestants, who had grown comfortable with the version of Gerry they thought they knew, were suddenly faced with the realization that there was more to him than met the eye. The dinner portion of the evening was filled with conversation about Gerry's new look, and it seemed like every woman wanted to get his take on it. April, the feisty and fun-loving contestant, leaned in with a grin. "So, Gerry, is this a midlife crisis makeover? Or are you just keeping us on our toes?" Gerry chuckled, his eyes twinkling with amusement. "Neither, really. I've always believed that we should never stop evolving, no matter our age. This is just a small reflection of that. I'm still me, just with a new haircut." But there was a seriousness underlying his playful banter. For Gerry, this wasn't just about aesthetics. It was a statement. As the journey on the Golden Bachelorette progressed, he'd have been learning a lot about himself, what he wanted, what he needed, and who he truly was deep down. The physical transformation was just the outward manifestation of the inner growth he had been experiencing. By the end of the episode, the shock had worn off, and the women began to see that Gerry, despite the drastic change, was still the man they had come to admire. If anything, his new look had only added another layer to his already complex and captivating persona. As the roses were handed out, and Gerry bid farewell to those whose journeys had ended, there was no doubt that his transformation had been a bold move. But more than that, it had reignited the excitement in the competition. The women were now seeing Gerry in a new light, one that was unpredictable, confident, and full of surprises. The episode ended with a close-up of Gerry's face, his beard framing a smile that was both familiar and brand new. "The adventure's just getting started," he said softly as the screen faded to black. And in living rooms across the country, viewers couldn't agree more.